Okay, at this point we have SQL Express 2017 installed. We have created an instance specific to AssetWorx, and we have created an empty database within that instance. And we have created a user that's we're going to use for inserting and managing the data there. So now we're ready at this point to go ahead and install AssetWorx. So it takes a long time to get to this point, but we're here. So you're going to have a login that you'll go out to the MyInfinID account or a web page. So we'll do my.infinidtech.com, and that'll bring you out to a web page where you will have, as you buy the product, you will have a username and a password that will allow you into this page, and you can get a license key code from that page for your product, and thereafter then you can use that license key to initiate the login process here. So I'm going to pause while I try to figure out why I'm not able to get out to that page, and I'm going to pull in the license key code. For obvious reasons, I'm going to be graying out what those key code values are. Okay, so it is my.infinidtech.com. You'll use your login there to go ahead and get to the next page. Okay, so once you're logged in, I'm hiding this, but your user info will be on the left and your license keys will be in this column. There's an AssetWorx field here as well. I'm just kind of blocking it. You can always download the latest version of AssetWorx by going out to the site, logging in, and finding the section for AssetWorx 3 in this case, and download the zip file. That zip file will have the contents that you're seeing here. So that's what we've done, but this is a custom build, so we're starting with that version. Okay, so coming back into this program, then you can find the setup.exe program under your extracted AssetWorx file. Right-click it and do Run as Administrator. Click Yes, and you'll be presented with this screen, and I typically do these things one at a time. I guess some of them you can do more than one at a time, but nonetheless, I go through it methodically one step at a time, from top to bottom. So we're going to start by going in and creating all of the tables that are needed for AssetWorx. So you can go ahead and check this box and hit Next. First thing it's going to do is give you a disclaimer. You'll hit Next. And now it wants you to paste in the license key code that you got from the my.infinidtech.com site. And for obvious reasons, I'm not going to show that to you, but I'm going to do it now. Okay, after that is accepted, then it'll come back to this screen, and we're going to not do a web services one, but rather database. This installation of AssetWorx is going to be local. It's not going to be cloud-based. Database type, for us, it's always going to be SQL Server. The server name and database name, login, and password. That's all going to come from Management Studio. So you can go out here to Management Studio and just select, if I hit Properties here, I can select it. That is the laptop name. Kind of a goofy name for this laptop, but nonetheless, that's what it is. Okay, so I'm going to go back to this program, and I will put that in there. Remember, the database name is AssetWorx, capital A, capital W. Okay. And our login, remember, was AssetWorx user. And I believe that the password was simply AssetWorx. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Notice that his password is not hidden. So I believe that's correct. We'll find out soon. Cool. All right, it accepted all of that information, and now we can go ahead and install this program. Database installed successfully. That's always a good thing, right? And we could check that by just going back to the Management Studio, and now under Tables, oops, sorry, I have to refresh. Refresh. There are all of the tables that are created to support AssetWorx. Now we're only going to focus on the asset table and the location table. You have to do a location table first, and then you can do the asset table. Those are the only two we're really going to worry about here. So let's go back and continue now by installing more. We'll uncheck the database, and we'll check web service. That's the next thing we're going to put in. This is going to be an IIS module that's going to get created. It saved all of the things that we input before, so now we can just follow through. Unless you know what you're doing, I would say configure IIS for me. Just leave that default. Hit next, hit install, and this can take a little time. There are Open SSL and Visual C++ type modules that need to be downloaded. So let's be patient, trust that the install process is going to do whatever it needs to do, and wait until it's done. Okay, it's finally finished installing IIS. 3 minutes.